What's up guys, it's Zero here, and today I just want to take a quick little bit of time to do a quick little discussion talking about harmonics. So if you guys don't know, earlier today on like the Thursday live stream, they showed that they are once again buffing harmonics. This time they are adding a skill to harmonics where the player going first on their first grade 3 turn, so on turn 3, they get to add a heal guard from outside of the deck to their hand for free. The skill does not require the harmonics to face up in the G zone, so even if it's face down, you still get the free card going first. And although on surface level, that does look like it's a good thing, because obviously in Zero going first, you are probably eating a lot of shit because your opponent gets a stride first. And I do like the change in the fact that they're trying to fix going first to some degree, but I do not like the way they're going about it. So first off, let's just go back and look at Harmonics. Right, Harmonics as a card was first introduced as a way for decks that couldn't deal with block to get a way to deal with block, and I think that was very good. I think having every deck having the option to play the Harmonics in their G zone to deal with block was a good thing, because at the end of the day, it was an option, right? Because for one, if Link Joker was not popular, you didn't have to put it in. If it was a deck where you're running into on ladder like 1 in 20 games, even if you lost that game, it's whatever. If that last slot in your G zone is that important, you would not play it just because it doesn't come too often. And then two, decks that could deal with Link Joker or just didn't care about lock. So for example, a deck that couldn't deal with lock was something like OTT. That deck probably would be playing Harmonics just because they actually need the card to deal with it. And for example, a deck like, let's just say like Grand Blue, which can haul out their units, clear out their own board. That deck can deal with Link Joker very, very easily. They did not need to play Harmonics because their deck just had an inherent out to it. It was an option to play the card, and that's a good thing because, you know, decks that didn't need it could just choose to not play it and have more slots in their G zone, and decks that needed it had the option to play it to deal with it. And then for their first update to Harmonics, they gave it the buff to deal with Luard, right? They gave it the buff so that when you stride it and you have 3 less damage, you can ping yourself and draw 1. And although that is a good thing in a sense that they found a way to deal with Luard without actually hitting the deck to any degree, players just found a new way to play the deck. And although Harmonics did help against that problem, because decks actually play against some degree, Luard was still doing the same degenerate thing. So at the end of the day, all Harmonics was a band-aid fix for that issue, right? It didn't exactly. It made the issue easier to bear to deal with for some decks, but most decks still could not deal with what Luard was doing for damage choking you. So Harmonics was like a band-aid fix. It was just kind of there. It solved the issue for like a bit until people realized that, oh wow, you can still do this, and they had to nerf Luard anyways. So but looking aside from Luard, now with another change added to the Harmonics, it is an even bigger reason to keep playing it, because before, unlike with Link Joker, Luard was, at least on JP, the 0 damage variant, the deck was quite popular on ladder. I wouldn't say very popular, but if you ran into Luard, you had like a pretty big chance that the player was a quote-unquote good player or a well-known player. They were probably playing the 0 damage variant, and and on JP ladder, I actually think it was a necessity to play Harmonics in your G zone, because I don't think heal guards dealt with the issue well enough, because they only pain at 0. And I actually think you needed to play Harmonics in your G zone, because if you didn't and you ran into that one Luard player, well, you just lost the game on spot. So it became kind of a necessity to play Luard for the most part, and it is not getting any better here with the Harmonics, because with the new buff, because now every deck it's incentivized to play the Harmonics in their G zone, because every deck can benefit from getting a extra heal guard to the hand, whether it be used as a heal guard to block a hit, or they just use a discard fodder or something. And because of that, I don't exactly like the way they're using Harmonics as a card. They're using it like a band-aid fix, like I said earlier with the Luard. They're using it like a band-aid. They're using it as like a catch-all, fix everything, just add more text to Harmonics kind of thing. And I feel like this is not the last time you're gonna do this. And I honestly don't like the fact that they're doing it like this, because the more they do this, the more you're forced to take up one slot in your G zone to play the Harmonics, and I don't think that's a good thing, because decks should be allowed to play cards that are in their own clan and play cards that are actually helping their game plan, not play a one-of that's a necessity because it has good generic effects. I guess this is the closest thing we're gonna get to like a generic staple, and honestly speaking, I am not a fan of how they're doing this. If anything, I think if they're gonna make harmonics this like one card fix everything kind of thing, I think they should just let harmonics be a +1 slot into our G zone as like a 13th card, so decks can actually play 12 cards they want to be playing, not 11 + 1. So yeah, so that's just the quick thoughts off of this. I'm personally not a fan. I honestly do not like how they're doing this because, again, like thing with Luard, it was a bandit fix. With this, I also think it's a bandit fix. I don't even think this does anything half the time for like the relevant things for it doesn't do any like thing too relevant because you know, you're going first. I don't think a heal guard is going to particularly stop you from dying on second stride. It might let you play the game for one turn, but you know, if they live your one stride, you're probably still dead on their next turn. And yeah, so I don't think like this is cool. Obviously, like going for, you eat less shit going first, which is always a good thing. But honestly, I think they should just address the issue of going first in some other way because I don't think that solves the issue that much. And if they really want to use harmonics as a way to solve this issue, I think a suggestion I saw reading through Discord, I don't remember who said it, but well, where I read it, but I think a good solution for harmonic, if they really want to fix the go first issue, is they should make it so the harmonic just flips itself, right? You flip itself, all your GB2 strides are now enabled on your first stride, and it would kind of stimulate like the effect of a G guard, because in TCG, right, a G guard you get the GB count, so all your GB2 strides are live. I think that would have actually maybe fixed the issue much better than just, oh lol, you get a heal guard. So yeah, those are just my thoughts though. Like again, I'm not the biggest fan. I even gave an extra solution to the problem. So if Game Steer you're watching, maybe take that into account. You know, I definitely think that if you just made harmonics a like, obviously I'm stealing this idea from someone else that I've read, but if you just make harmonics like a pseudo, like let it generate the shield and it give it the flip, right? Then it's actually like a G guard, right? You get a guard and you get the GB count. So yeah, I think that actually is a much better solution than what they're doing right now. But overall, I like them to just actually fix the issue with the games and the issues that they're seeing. Like if they just nerfed Luard the first time, we wouldn't need to buff harmonics. If they just find some other way to fix going first, they wouldn't need to give harmonics another buff. So yeah, so just a quick little video talking about my thoughts on these buffs. Again, not a fan, but tell me what you guys think down below in the comments about this harmonics change and anything else about you may want that's related to this. And yeah, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.